Hey, well, it's been a while. I wanted to talk about what's happening at DC at the moment. So now, shortly after Henry Cavill said that he's going to be Superman again, James Gunn says, no, he's not. And I think what they are doing, they can do something better. What DC always struggled with is trying to create a connected universe like Marvel, and they've been successful at it since, I don't know, since Endgame, which is actually the last Marvel movie that I saw. And I don't really care for any comic book movies at the moment, but what I think they should be doing is, instead of playing to their weaknesses, they should actually play to their strengths. And what I mean by that is, look how well the Joker did and the Batman did, where there was a universe that was created through Snyder, which obviously got screwed over, as we all know, since they started filming Dawn of Justice, and then made him make all those changes, and then resulted to everything. And that was going to be, what, a 5-movie long story, contained story, not ongoing or anything like that. It might have, sprung out to other avenues, like there could have been stuff that would have come from that, but in essence it was like a 5-movie story that they were going to make. So that's what they should actually be doing. It instead of creating a connected universe with one Superman, one Batman. They shouldn't do a connected universe like at all. They should just do individual movies or trilogies. But if they do a trilogy, or if they do a movie, they should just let whoever's going to make it say, now do the trilogy, shoot all 3 movies at the same time or straight after another, so that you have those 3 movies ready to release within like 1 calendar year. So like February is the first release, June or July is the second, and December is the third. And then that's it for that. And if anybody wants to make a singular story, they can make a singular story. What that means, there could be many people playing Superman or Batman or anything. Doesn't matter. It's just that it gives them the opportunity to cast whoever they want to cast in that movie that fits the story that they want to tell. I mean, I would love, for instance, to see my favorite story being made into a movie, which is Serious House on Serious Earth, Arkham Asylum. This one. I mean, it's a Grant Morrison story, and anything Grant Morrison writes is gold. I love his writing. I love this book. The artwork is great, and you could use this as a storyboard. And this is only Batman in a cowl going into Arkham Asylum, where the Joker has kind of like taken over. And this would be a really great entry into a series of movies, and it doesn't have to be connected. It can be its own thing. So it can have its own Batman that is picked for that story. It could have its own Joker. I mean, the Joker in years, terrifying, absolutely terrifying. It doesn't have to be the same Joker throughout all the movies, and that way we can get many movies produced and released, and it'll be like having comic books in movie form. You can have like the comic books, there's so many stories that have been written that are so individual to themselves that they're not connected to the greater DC comic book storyline or through story or whatever. There's an individual storylines that you could totally pull from. You could if someone wanted to, they could do a Death of Superman story, 3-movie story out of that, and it doesn't have to tie in with anything else before. It would leave so much freedom for them that they can pretty much do what they want. And all that they would have to do is, the only thing that they would have to control is the integrity of the characters that are being in the movies. They don't have to control the movies. And it doesn't have to be massive budget. Some of them could be quite low budget. Some of them could be quite massive budget if you want to use like a Brainiac story, or if you want to do a Green Lantern trilogy or a Kyle Rayner movie. That would be fucking amazing. I'd love to see a Kyle Rayner movie. It'd be awesome. So like the budgets don't have to be mad if they don't have to be. But the thing is, they could just be pushing out movies at the discretion of whoever's making them. It doesn't have to tie to anything, and they don't have to try and figure out how we're going to make this all work. And then they say to Cavill, cool, you Superman, and then James Gunn goes, okay, no, you're not Superman because we're going to go a different direction. Why? It doesn't have to be that way. I mean, it doesn't have to be that way. I think they're losing, they are losing a great opportunity here to do something different, is to make a series of movies that are like comic books, instead of making a connected universe. Because who the hell gives a shit about connected universes? Everyone wants to see their own stories. You know, their own idea of what a story of a Batman or a Superman or Aquaman or Green Lantern in my case. Anybody wants to see a specific story that they like from comic books. And the other thing is, they can't totally disregard the people who actually read the comic books and only make movies for moviegoers. Because then they're going to fall into the trap of trying to copy Marvel, because the Marvel did it so well that non-comic book readers know about these characters, and they did it already to a plan that they set out. But now you're trying to make this shit work to a plan that hasn't been created before. So now it comes to the point where Cavill comes back as Superman and he's not. And now they want it to be like, we're going to go a different direction. We're going to look for our Batman. We might use Pattinson as our Batman, and we're going to look for another Superman. Why? Just like, let the Zack Snyders do what they want to do. Create a series of movies, and that's it. Someone else can do the Joker on the side. That's it. It doesn't make any difference. People still love the Joker, even though that there was the other Joker with Jared Leto pretty much around at the same time. Pretty much. It doesn't matter. They're losing a great opportunity here to do something really awesome. And that's what I think they should be doing. Stuff the connected universe. Create individual stories. We could have 20 different people playing Batman. But the cool thing would be is that person playing for that Batman would be right for that movie. And that's what I think that they should be doing. That's a huge opportunity that they could be doing, that I think they're losing sight of. If they really want to stand out and be something special, they should not go this connected universe route. I mean, how awesome would it be for Superman to be Henry Cavill for, another movie? He can do whatever else he wants, but then there could be someone else doing like a Red Sun. Why not? Could be fucking awesome. Could do the death of Superman with someone else playing Superman. Could be set in different times. Could be set in, the origins in the 60s and 50s Superman movie. How cool would that be? It doesn't have to all be in the same time. It's so limiting. That's what would make me interested in these comic book movies again, not this connected universe bullshit. Who cares? So I think DC is gonna stuff everything up again, and they should go individual stories, because that's what would get me back into it, because I do not care about comic book movies anymore. But anyways, that's my opinion. And there we go. Bye.